Hey, Canosaurus, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also, the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors and home to the best MJ community. Today is Tuesday. It's debate night, September 10th. We're going to be discussing where to watch it, the time, and I'll go over my thoughts and opinions, getting a lot of questions about this, both from a crypto and an MJ standpoint. Are we going to see this brought up in the debate tonight? And then there's been some questions whether or not we get crypto or MJ or both in the debate. And I'm not holding my breath. If there was one of the two that I would expect to hear from first, it would be crypto. And that's just because Donald Trump's been absolutely in love with it for the last, it's been many months now, and he's finally just changing his tune on MJ. So that I think that the odds are slightly favoring crypto. If I had it my way, I would want them to mention MJ, right? But that's just my own thoughts and opinions and me being completely honest. And again, I am not going to get political. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, who not to vote for. I'm just going to give you some facts and go over the truth as I see it. And then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the debate as well. But as always, this is not financial advice either. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. Also, if you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And you can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. An interesting fact, they're going to be launching new XTV, which it's going to be competing with the likes of YouTube and Netflix. So excited to see more details on that. So the debate will be tonight. So Trump, Harris, they'll be debating. It's going to be starting live chat at 8:30 p.m., but the official debate is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And that's going to be on ABC. So they're going to be hosting it. I'll definitely be tuning in. I'm going to get the popcorn ready for sure. And at the end of the day, we're going to see, what we're really up against here in terms of, crypto, MJ. Again, I just, there's a lot of other pressing issues, right? You have the border, you have all these, health and veterans and, abortion. Like there's so many pressing issues right now. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like MJ and crypto should be at the top, but remember when Trump hated crypto and he did such a complete 180 on that. And then now it's all he talks about, right? Even his sons are saying that it's the best thing since sliced bread. So if he can do that big of a 180 that quickly on crypto, why can't he on MJ? That's what I was saying. And then sure enough, he's now supporting Florida Amendment 3 and adult use there, where he said he's going to vote in favor of, and he's encouraging people to do the same. And he's also now saying that he supports rescheduling and banking. I've done videos on that. I won't sound like a broken record and repeat myself, but you can see here he supports Trump backs rescheduling and Florida and banking access. So he's a businessman, not surprising to see that. And we're starting to see him shift. And, while the other side of the aisle has kicked off rescheduling, right? It's not like they did absolutely nothing. They did get that done, but they've been saying, in past tense that they've rescheduled MJ, which is not true, right? We're still going through the process, and there's going to be a hearing on December 2nd. While I don't think that, it's going to be nullified or anything like that, I still think that rescheduling or descheduling is going to happen inevitably, and I think they're going to do it with rescheduling at the forefront, right? They're going to take that incremental approach. But, it's just, this is something that I would have expected from the other side of the aisle. And like the thumbnail says, right, it's it's crypto plus MJ versus question mark. Like, what are they doing? Like, what are they going to do? Like, we know that there's so many swing states that are, basically very pro MJ. So in my opinion, it's not a coincidence, or it's not, he's not an idiot that he's using crypto and MJ, because, that's what, 50, 60 million people that own crypto, 50, 60 million people that consume MJ in the US. And a lot of, that those two categories are the same demographic, right? You're 25 to 35 year old male, and they're usually younger people, right? Not to say that there's not older and even younger people in crypto and in MJ, but the average is somewhere around that, middle-aged male. And sometimes a lot of the younger voters will get out and vote for MJ, right? When I was young and we had legalization in Canada, there was tons of my friends as well that were super young. They never voted before. And when it came to legalizing MJ at the federal level here in Canada, there was record amounts of people going out and voting, and especially younger people. And there was an article here from MJ Moment. Harris campaign accuses Trump of lying about MJ reform support, but again declines to detail her own platform. And I even posted as well when he was on with Lex Freeman. He said that, medical MJ has been absolutely amazing. But yeah, like, why is she not saying anything, or why is that other side of the aisle not saying anything? And if you go to the website here, KamalaHarris.com, and again, I'm not trying to get political. I just want what's best for this, for MJ. And if you go to issues, and I expanded every single point, and then you can search it. So if we just search the letter M, you can see here we find a ton of them. And then if we search MJ, right, the full word, nothing. Okay, the C word, try not to say that, but nothing. W, the W word, nothing comes up. And nothing under the the letters MJ. So there's literally no other way. Like, they wouldn't refer to it any other way. So it's not on here. I went through and I read it all as well. But just to kind of, I'm not going to go through and read every single thing and show you that it's not there, but just control find. There's literally no mentioning of it. And if we go down to the bottom here, where it says safeguard our fundamental freedoms, this one right here, ensure safety and justice for all. So tackle the opioid and fentanyl crisis. Well, there was just an article out from today as well on MJ Moment. Medical MJ helps people with arthritis and other conditions. So they mention opioid use, reduce use of opioids and other medications, study show. So if it's in your list here, and she said that nobody should be going to jail for smoking it, blah blah blah, in a roundtable, and they kicked off rescheduling. If it was anybody, you think it would have been this administration. It just doesn't make any sense to me how they didn't mention it. Like, this would have been the part to mention it right here, like right above it, or maybe even in that same thing. Like, it could have been drug policy and tackling this or whatever, right? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm at a loss here. It's like, are they intentionally trying to lose? That's basically what it looks like. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, and we'll continue the conversation there. But I'm going to be tuning in, and let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think we're going to see it mentioned tonight? Like I said, I'm not super hopeful. If there's going to be another debate, I think it would be, they'd save it to as close to the election as possible. But you never know. I could see potentially Trump coming out and saying something like, you haven't mentioned anything about it, maybe kind of take a jab at her or something like that. But I still think that they would mention crypto first. And I think, even Chuck Schumer and the Dems have been saying they're trying to get crypto legislation done before the end of the year. So I think, the fact that they haven't mentioned crypto or MJ at all in the debate prior, I think that if there was, if I was a betting man, I would say they'd probably mention crypto first. But the best thing that we could hope for as, MJ enthusiasts and crypto enthusiasts is they mention both, right? But again, if I had it my way, I would pick MJ over crypto all the time, but I'm biased. That's my passion. That's 80 to 90% of this content of this channel, right? But I have more money invested into crypto dollar-wise than I do MJ, right? And that's because MJ's been in a 4-year bear market and crypto's been in a 4-year bull market. And I'm more bullish on crypto in the short term. And then I'll be looking to rotate those profits into more beaten down MJ. That's my plan. But MSOS did confirm a daily uptrend as well. We had a low, high, higher low, and higher high. So we had a nice reaction there. We could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well. So we'll see what happens into tomorrow. We're not doing too bad here. We're back into a daily uptrend. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame, we're still in a weekly downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. So we are, starting to change the tune here on the chart to back to the bulls. But at the moment we're still in a weekly downtrend. So we still got some work to do there on the weekly time frame. But let's see if we can get a nice jump into tomorrow. If we do get some sort of mentioning of MJ, even if they do mention it, like, it's going to have to be really, really like important. It's going to have to be a point that they never said before, like Trump coming out and saying medical MJ has been amazing, backing Florida, backing rescheduling, backing banking. Well, if we're down 3% today, like what could they possibly say, right? They basically have to say, we want to fully deschedule it, right? And full-blown federal legalization. That's like the only way that I could see it really moving the needle here, unless we fully get rescheduling and unless, the whole sector starts to confirm monthly uptrends and starts to, see major catalysts like Florida getting approved and whatnot. But as of right now, it's hard to imagine what they could possibly even say in a debate. So anyways, trying to keep this one a little bit shorter here today. I'll definitely be doing a follow-up video to the debate. And like I said, the best thing we can hope for is they mention MJ at the very least. And if you're like me and you're involved in crypto as well, you want them to at least mention both. I think, the most likely scenario is they do talk about crypto first, but I don't have a crystal ball. We'll have to wait and see. But going to end it there, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. Once again, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, and we'll continue the convo there. All right, have a great night. Enjoy the debate. Get your popcorn out, and we'll see you again on the next one.